What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another video. So in this video, I thought I'd do a grocery haul. I mean, I already went grocery shopping, but this is like what I have pretty much in the house. I mean, just to show you what I typically eat or snack on throughout the week or something. So I'm trying to make this short and quick.
I wanna see the light.
So I have egg whites and eggs pretty much every single day. You guys have probably seen that meal probably 1,000 times, or you will see it 1,000 times. So I always do whole eggs and I do egg whites, so I always do that for protein. My biggest protein source is what I don't have chicken out right here, but I have chicken, eggs, and sometimes ground beef, but I don't have ground beef either, but those are my three sources for that. Turkey bacon. I personally like turkey bacon rather than regular bacon, so I use turkey bacon instead. Cheese. Now I do fat-free cheese and I also do reduced fat, just depending on what I'm making. I usually use the reduced fat if I'm making just eggs, regularly put them on top of my eggs. But if I'm making like pizza, like high protein pizza, low fat, I'll definitely use the fat-free. Okay, I totally forgot about my bread. That's sick. So I always do the Sara Lee 45 calorie bread. I use this for like so many things. Just toast, sandwiches, French toast, grilled cheese, like anything. Now I love bagels as well. Like I think they're really good for carbs. I'll either do cinnamon raisin or plain. They didn't have cinnamon raisin, so I'm just doing plain. They still taste really good. But they're bagel thins. Only 110 calories per bagel, which is crazy. I love these things. I have them pretty much every time in my breakfast, or whenever I break my fast, if you want to call it that way. So these are pretty much how I like for bread. Milk, what I do for milk is I always do unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I use that again for cereal, for mixing up stuff, or what, even if I just want to drink it, but I can just, yeah. This is or a protein shake, smoothie, always use that. I'll get into condiments after, but fruit, I usually do banana or apple, just because they're easy and quick on the go. Those are my main sources like of fruit that I take to go. But if I'm home, I'll do more of like the berries, so I'll do strawberries or raspberries. I just have strawberries this week. But yeah, I definitely take those, obviously, to go. But for the strawberries or raspberries, I always will mix them pretty much when I do Greek yogurt. The type of Greek yogurt I do is, like, things are amazing. You get 12 grams of protein per container and only 80 calories. Amazing, and they taste great. And then I put a little bit of granola in those. I used to do the Special K protein bites, but they like stopped making them, so like they're making these new ones. I have not tried them actually, but not as much protein as the other ones, which is not ideal, but something. So that's what if you have like a big appetite and you struggle to get full, I'd really recommend Greek yogurt with fruit and granola, and it's probably like only 200 to 300 calories, and it's like very filling. So that's what I really recommend for that. But again, you can get any type of granola. You just have to be careful when you're measuring it out, because the calories add up like a lot, especially because granola is something that's pretty much calorie dense. So I just be careful on what type you get and how much you use of it. Next, for rice cakes, there's so many different rice cakes you can get. I personally like the chocolate the best, because I crunch it up and I make it into like cereal. So it's like, and I put, like I said, almond milk in it, and it tastes amazing. So I really recommend you try that. If not, you can just obviously take a rice cake and spread, like I said, peanut butter on. Again, peanut butter is another thing you have to be careful of, because the calories add up like really fast if you are not measuring them out. So I just be careful with the peanut butter as well, but a great source of healthy fats. Just make sure you're checking the ingredients as well on the peanut butter, because you do not want anything like hydrogenated oils. You want anything like that. You want very minimal ingredients in your peanut butter. So look for that. But yeah, you can get any type of rice cake and just do anything. So I've done the caramel ones and the chocolate ones for like cereal, and they taste really good. So it's like a high volume amount of cereal to eat. Tastes great. Another good source of healthy fats, there's so many different nuts you can really do. I mean, almonds, I used to hate almonds actually, but now I actually really enjoy them. So almonds I'll just take on the go or something like that if I need to, or just if I need some fats, I'll pretty much just go to almonds. Almonds, my top two favorite nuts would probably be almonds and cashews. Those are probably my top two. But almonds I think are a little bit lower in carbs than cashews, but a really good source of healthy fats. I'm gonna quickly move through the condiments. So what I do for the bagel thins, what I showed you guys, I do cream cheese, but I don't do fat free, but I just do a third less fat. Not too bad for macros. You just have to again measure out how many servings you are using, because again, you're like, oh, you just take like a few spoonfuls or whatever and then spread it on, and then the calories add up and you just don't realize. So I just be cautious of how many grams you're using again for it, but measure it out, it's totally fine. That's what I use for that. Next, I use the calorie-free Walden's Farms pancake syrup if I'm making protein waffles or protein pancakes. Stuff's really helpful. If you don't, some people don't have access to this. So it's like I only can find it in one grocery store. But sugar-free syrup's perfectly fine too. It's not totally calorie-free, but it's totally fine to use. Definitely 100% better than regular syrup. Like 100% better. Now, when I'm cutting or just don't want to do the extra calories, butter is another thing that adds up. So if I'm not using too much butter, but if I'm just making some toast or something and I need to use a little bit of butter, I'll just use the spray butter because there's no calories. And it honestly it works great, so that's why I use. But you can totally use normal butter. Again, be cautious of how much butter you're using. Next, chocolate chips. These things, you really can do anything with them, to be honest. You can either snack on them, you can put them in, I put them sometimes in protein waffles or protein pancakes. I put them in my Greek yogurt granola bowl mix thing. They just taste amazing. I personally do like dark chocolate, and I do the Hershey's. So again, I just take a little handful. I still track them, but they're really good for like a sweet tooth or something. Next, I'll cut those out of the way. Protein bars. Now I don't always do protein bars, but when I do, typically the only two I really go for would be the Grenade, or I will do the Power Crunch. Power Crunch is like literally so many. I just ate 2 of them yesterday. So, Power Crunch are just higher in fat, lower in carb. These are lower in fat, a little higher in carb. And these are a teeny bit a little higher in protein, just depending on my macros for the day or what I'm feeling, but I don't always do protein bars. Sometimes I will do 2 a day, but that's very rare. Sometimes I'll just do 1 or even none. Again, depending on my day for the macros and stuff, or if I don't want a sweet tooth, something like that. Protein bars are great and convenient on the way to go. I don't always recommend them all the time, but they are good. Okay, oats. I'm pretty sure you've seen oatmeal obviously before, at least I hope you've seen oatmeal. But oatmeal is such like a staple to have, I feel like, because you can do honestly so many different bowls with oatmeal. You can throw different things in it, you just mix it up whenever you want. I put protein powder in my oatmeal, obviously, like broats, you know what I mean? But yeah, they're really good because they're a good source of carbs. They're not high on the GI glycemic index, which means that they're not going to spike your blood sugar levels, so you have a constant thing of energy, you're not going to spike and then crash, so they're really good for that as well. Again, because they have fiber in them as well. I think oats are just really good and really filling all around, so they're really good to have. Alright, for cereal, if I'm not doing like the rice cakes, like I said before, or if I'm not doing like regular cereal like Frosted Flakes or something like that, I will, if I need protein or anything, I will do the Special K protein cereal. I think you guys have seen this on my channel before, but it's really good. And for a serving, they changed the label, which is kind of annoying to me, but for 1 serving now is 15 grams of protein and like 39 carb. So much higher in carb. Again, like any cereal, it's going to be high in carb, but you're getting the protein and it's really convenient. And it's really good too, so if you need a little protein, you like cereal, you can afford the extra carbs, I recommend the Special K. Another thing for carbs, if you want to snack at night, I personally like kettle corn for popcorn. So these Jolly Time ones, they're only 100 calories per bag and like 20, if I can find it, 20 something carb, 23 carb. Yeah, so you can get butter, you can get kettle corn. They're really, really good. Again, if you want to just snack on something, way better than chips. So it's really good, something good to have if you want to snack on. All right, Fiber One bar. They have like bars, and they have like these type of things. I don't even know what they are. Baked bars, yeah. These are really, really good, and they're dangerous because I probably eat a whole pack. But I keep them if I can afford the extra carbs. Like I said, when I'm either bulking or I'm cut and my carbs are really high and I have the extra, I can afford the extra carbs, and I just want to have something sweet. This is really good because I wish there was a little lower in fat. It's 3 grams of fat, 18 carb. If it was like, 1, maybe 2 grams of fat, 18 carb, that'd be more ideal. But they're only 90 calories. These are I just like this type of one, the cinnamon coffee cake. But yeah, really good. You can get the bars, but then you can get extra protein ones or whatever. But last but not least, I'm gonna do beverages. Now there's like so many 0-calorie beverages. You can do diet soda, you can do 0-calorie Monster, you can do, I don't even know, I think this is part of I don't know, this is like new, but I haven't even tried it yet. Or like 0-calorie Powerade, 0-calorie Gatorade, which is new, I know that. My recommendation is kind of personal preference, to be honest. Some people feel bloated when they have too much of the 0-calorie Powerade or Gatorade. I personally don't, so I don't drink them every day, but when I want it, I just drink pretty much this, or at least half of one. If I need energy, obviously I've done the Monsters for so long. I used to have them way too much, but I limit myself now to them, so I don't have them every day again. But my favorite to date, I've tried the 0-calorie Rock Stars, and I haven't tried this yet, but my Monster is still my favorite. 3D is pretty good too, like the Christian Guzman that he makes them. You can get them at you can get them at, I think, 7-Eleven now. I think you can get them at GNC, but the 3Ds are really, really good. They're a little higher in carb, but they're really still good. So my favorite overall though is still Monster. It's just really, really good. And there's only 140 milligrams of caffeine, which is good for me because I have like 2 cups of coffee, and then sometimes if I do pre-workout, that has a little bit of caffeine as well. So that's like not too much of a caffeine like boom, because this one has 300 milligrams of caffeine, so which is like crazy, you know what I mean? Diet soda, the only thing I don't recommend is having them too often, because the only thing you should avoid is the phosphoric acid. That is the only thing that's pretty much bad in my opinion for diet sodas, or like, I mean, there's aspartame and all that kind of stuff, but I think you're totally fine if you have like one, even if you have like 1 a day, that's not that bad. So again, personal preference, go off how you feel, go whatever you want. So that's gonna be it. I might have left something out, but I hopefully didn't. I hope you enjoyed that little grocery haul. If you have any questions or what you'd recommend, I recommend to you, if you want to get something else, or what I use for certain things, or any question that pops to your mind, you can just put it in the comments below. And I'm going to be making a full day meeting soon, because last week didn't really go well, and I'll explain in the next video, but I don't want this video to be too long. So I hope you enjoyed that grocery haul. And if you did enjoy it, smash the like button for me. Would really appreciate it. If you want, you can give it 2 likes, give it 3 likes, give it 10 likes. I know you can't do that, but just hit that like button. Thanks. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.